Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading for the 4th to the 10th of May, 2020. The general reading may not resonate, won't resonate with everybody, but if you can get something from it, maybe some guidance, some a different perspective, or just confirmation that you're on the right track, take what you will. So the first overall theme of your reading here is work through your fears. There, Cancer. Oh, that's good. Good opportunity there. Okay, well, I'm going to put out some tarot cards for the rest of your reading. Let's have a look at that work through your fears. So sometimes we hold on to things, Cancer, because we have fear of letting them go. And that brings about a bit of codependency, a little bit of fear when something is destabilized or something is not quite working out. And there is that element there of a fear coming through that you won't, that you have to hold on to something, otherwise you'll be adrift. So let's see what the cards say for you with this. And if we can get some guidance. As we know, this is all about guidance and just seeing a different perspective. As I said earlier, it may not resonate with all. Okay, so the overall energy, let's see what it is. So it is the 10. It is the Wheel of Fortune. It is sorry, letting that breath out like that, it's just, it helps me to collect myself and start to get some messages through from Spirit. So this is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a timely thing, Cancer. So what Spirit is telling you is that this opportunity doesn't come around all the time. That if you may just continue on the path you're going on, but with that working through your fears, that this has come about and it's timely, and it is in order for you to do what you need to do in order to evolve as a soul. So it's great. Now, here you definitely have the ability to do what you need to do. It's just you believing in yourself and knowing that if you don't take the opportunity now, it may not present itself for some time to come. So here we have the Crossing Over card, which is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Now, what this is saying is that you have to move away from thinking that you need to provide for everybody, that you have to look after everybody around you, and that there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders at the moment, Cancer, and there's a lot of people relying on you, and you're feeling the pressure of having to keep that going. And maybe with what's been happening is that you haven't got all the resources you need at the moment, not due to you, but to just the circumstances, and this is bringing through some fear. And how you're looking at it and working towards it and doing what you need to do is the World card in reverse. So we're talking about a cycle coming to the end. So as talked about before, is that new beginning, that time to make a change. But at the moment you're not quite ready, Cancer. You're wanting to do it, but you're not quite sure of how that's going to look for you, how you're going to feel about it. And there is that fear that is stopping you from moving into this, finishing the cycle and having everything you desire. Okay, so the basis of your reading, he's coming up a lot lately, and that is the King of Swords. But in the reverse, the King of Swords isn't able to really bring through all his ideas that he wants. Now, the King of Swords can be an Aquarius energy, but they're not able to express what they need to express and to make, things happen. And so that's bringing in a little bit of conflict and a little bit of sort of, a little just destabilizing there. And it's so, you stepping forward and getting what you need and just, being, because the King of Swords is quite clinical. He's sort of like practically based, like it's quite cutting, can be quite cutting in the way he says things or thinks about things. It's a bit of it may seem to some that it's cold and detached, but this may be that what you need to do, or if it's an energy that you've got around you, maybe you're not feeling that you're getting that full-on support from somebody in your life, and that their words have been a bit cutting of late. Now, in the past, there is that, you know, this is that fight. If you were there, then that's victory. But this is still, you're still trying to make things work. You're still trying to get things to go in your favour, go in everybody else's favour. And you're finding that there's, you know, you seem to be alone in that. That there's a few people that are fighting you about this. Okay, so your immediate future here is the sun in reverse. So there is that opportunity for happiness, but you're seeing that there's some obstacles in the way here, Cancer. You're seeing that you can't actually attain that happiness that you're wanting. You know, you're looking at it towards it forlornly. You know, it's like, I can't get through that. You know, there's these guards up here. I can't actually do what I need to do. Let's see how this pans out for you going forward. Okay, and these same cards coming out, quite the same sort of energy through a lot of the signs. So here we have, this is you, and you are, you know, you have looked at what has been happening in the past. You've really looked at what has brought you to this point, and you're you know, contemplating about how, you know, this has served you and what you can do differently with it. So you definitely have, you know, you've gone past that feeling, you know, sort of emotional about it, and you're moving into that being able to, you know, make some decisions based on some clarity that is coming through, some clarity of thought and mind, you know, and you are in a good position to sort of look at what has gone behind you and make some decisions going from that. Now, in your situation here, if it was this way, this is you being, you know, this is you down and not out. But in the reverse, the Nine of Wands is that you're still feeling like you are not quite standing in your own power as such, you know, that you've been fighting all of this and you're still standing, yes, and but you're feeling a bit battered and you know, you're not sure of what's been presented to you here. You're still not sure of other people's intentions. You're still, you know, you're not completely 100%, you know, positive in what's going to come out of that cave, as it were, you know, and what, you know, what does this person want? What are they doing here? Am I able to, you know, get their support? So you're still in that state of mind where you're not quite sure what's going on. Okay, and so, you know, and this could be completely fear-based. So your hopes and fears is that your hope is that you can walk away from the conflict. You can walk away from the fighting, the verbal fights, the conflict, the confrontational, you know, moments that you've had to go through, and that you're walking away. So your hope is that you're walking away, and your fear would be if it followed you. Oh dear, good. Walk away from that. Okay, so your outcome here for the reading, the Cancer, is the Two of Swords. So this is that being undecided, not knowing which way to go, you know, and the greatest thing about that is that that's going to bring this through, because as you know, work through your fears, this will become less and less, because you will know that you can make a decision and it's going to be the right one. And even if it doesn't turn out the way you think, you still will be strong enough to get through it. So I'll pull some more tarot just to get some clarification going on here on some of these cards, not all of them. And wanting to look at this King of Swords in reverse there and see what is brought through from that. As we said, it was the Aquarius energy, or it's your energy, but it is, you know, where things are not being said as they should be. Okay, so things are a bit jumbled. It's an energy there. Okay, so we have Justice. So you're wanting, you know, things to become balanced. You're wanting for your just rewards to come through. You're really waiting for things to start to move in your favour and be, you know, be sort of serving your highest good and your highest purpose. Definitely is a balancing card there. And, you know, maybe you're fearful that things aren't going to work out, that, you know, whatever's happened and whatever's taken place will actually, you know, not be sort of sorted. Will sort of just be left to go, and then that's you know, that there's an imbalance here, because what should have happened hasn't happened. Okay, and let's have a look at your Sun card here in reverse. The Justice card is a Libran energy as well. So we've got a lot of air energy there. We've got a lot of, you know, the right things being said. So you're, you know, you're worried that information or communication is not going to go in your favour, and it won't. What needs to be said is not said. Okay, so we've got the Sun in reverse there. The good news there, Cancer, is that you're going to be coming out of that emotional upheaval, or what is happening over here. And even though you can't see the sun yet, know that you are moving towards it. So you're moving in the right direction. So that's very, very exciting. Now I'm going to look at the Six of Cups here, because that's you. That's your energy. And it is a Scorpio energy as well. So the Six of Cups, let's have a look what we're going to get here. So you've got the Ace of Wands, yes, Swords, sorry. So that's communication big time. So you've been offered the opportunity to say what you need to say. Perhaps in the past, the Cancer, you haven't actually said what you needed to say, and that has been the fruits of that. You know, and you're wanting to make sure that you're doing it differently. So you will step up, you will speak out, and you will be heard. Nice. I'm going to have a look at this with the Nine of Swords in reverse. So you are actually walking away from the fight there. You are actually looking, you're not fighting anymore there, Cancer. You're actually saying, no, I'm ready to leave this behind. And here we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the Virgo energy, but it's also saying that you're going to be steadily moving towards what you want to, you know, to create. So this is the coin, so there's abundance there, there's resources, there's, you know, there's getting, you know, working towards something. So you're going to move towards what you're wanting, and you're going to, it's a steady process. It might seem a bit of a slow process, but you're certainly on your way. Now the last one is the Two of Swords, the Indecision card. And let's see what's going to happen with that blindfold there. I'm going to take two cards for this, I've been told. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles, yes. So you will make the right decision. You know what you want, and you know how to go about it. You're quite sort of, you know, you plan well. You're mature in your understanding. You've seen enough and done enough to know what needs to be done in order to be able to get everything you need. The Queen of Pentacles is also is very generous. So you're okay to give to people or to whatever cause if you deem it to be the right thing to do, but you're not just necessarily going to go down that track. Now that is the Capricorn energy as well. So you know, don't worry about the indecision. You will make the right decision, because here we have the King of Cups. And so the King of Cups is that Scorpio energy again, and this is telling you that, you know, there is support around you, that you're going to be, you know, find that, you know, there may be someone in your life, a Scorpio or a masculine energy, that's going to be there to offer you support, to offer you the advice, the emotional maturity. You know, you'll be quite grounded in your emotions as well. So don't worry about that indecision. It will not be it won't, you know, factor in. But you need to work, as I said before, you need to work through these fears, though, in order for this to happen. And as you work through your fears, you will find that this cycle will end, and you will move into that new beginning that you are after. But just be aware that you definitely have the ability to speak up and have what you want there. Okay, so I'm going to pull one more card to end the reading for you, Cancer. Last bit of advice, perspective. And here we have flash over, and yes, it's all in your head. So this, you know, it is, and it's the number 11, which is the master number. So this is the old soul. So this is really connecting in with some old wisdom, listening to, you know, to spirit, listening to some old voices. You know, maybe, you know, you had people that were advising you in the past. They may no longer be around, but you know that they were telling you to sort your stuff out, to let go of the fear, and that it is all of your own thinking. Now that's all very well. We're in the middle of that. It's like, yeah, I can't help these thoughts coming through. But just be aware that, you know, you can be quite confident in that this is all moving away, because you are moving into that happiness and that what is meant, you know, that good stuff that is coming towards you. So allow it, and when it says flash over, this is saying that you need to just let it go. go over your head. The thought can come in, that's fine. Thank you very much, but see you later. Don't need it. Doesn't serve me. So just be aware of that. Make sure that you get some positive thoughts coming through there and look forward to celebrating that sun coming out, Cancer. Well, you have a great time this week and we'll talk to you soon.